Good morning, everyone. In honor of Earth Day, I thought it'd be a great idea to have Lee McClellan on our show today. He is the associate editor of the Kentucky Afield magazine. And we're going to talk a little bit about spring fishing and the great resource that we have here in Kentucky. Lee, welcome to the show.
It's good to see you this morning, Todd.
How's things going?
Excellent. Well, how can you not be happy with the weather we've had?
I know
the last couple of days. How can you not be in a good mood?
It's been beautiful for sure. So can you give us a little information about spring fishing, why it's good and, why do people just love it?
Well, one of the reasons, what we're just talking about, it's finally warm. And what we've been doing for the last year of being kind of shut in because of all the stuff associated with the pandemic, this spring has been especially sweet. But spring is also a good time because that's when fish reproduce. And this time of year produces a lot of our state record fish. We just recently broke a new state record for saugeye about a week and a half ago or so. 9 pounds, 0.05 ounces from Bullock Pen Lake. That's kind of in northern Kentucky and Grant County.
That's pretty awesome.
It's just a good time to catch big fish. The weather is wonderful. And it's just good to be out and liberated, be outside.
What kind of fish are biting around this time?
Well, right now, as you and I know, the white bass are running in the Headwater Salt River. This cold front kind of put them down a little bit that we had last week, and they're not pulling as much water from a recent report I've heard. So it's slowed a little bit. But with these kinds of temperatures we're having right now, it'll be back on in a couple of days. So also, this is a time of year crappie spawn. This is also a time of year that largemouth bass move up. And this one you can catch a really big largemouth because they'll start preparing to spawn here in a few weeks.
Is there any certain type of bait that people should use this time of year? Is it any different than the fall or summer?
No, one thing you want to do, it depends on the species, as you know. I've watched you catch a big giant saugeye out of Salt River on a white curly tail grub, which is a lure that's been catching fish for going on 50 years now. Also, one of the things that people come out here to the game farm and want to catch a few of the trout that are left over is an inline spinner, which is basically, a lot of people call them a rooster tail. They catch about any predator fish that swims. So, and those catch crappie, they catch largemouth bass, they'll catch big bluegill. So also, live bait's always a good option. Live minnows under a bobber will catch about anything that swims. So depends on your skill level and what you want to put into it. But really, if you want to get basic live bait, then inline spinner, minnow imitators, and the good old 3-inch curly tail white grub.
Yeah, those curly tails are awesome. I've had some great success with those. Thanks.
I know, I watched you.
So so I know with you guys, you have the spring fishing frenzy and forecast that you'd like to give information on. Where can people go to find more information along those lines?
Well, we've updated our website. We've got a redesign. And if you go to fw.ky.gov and go to the top right-hand corner and type in spring fishing frenzy, in the search bar, it'll bring up a series of articles that details particular species, places to go catch them. We have last year's archive of spring fishing frenzy articles. In a past life, I know you and I have collaborated on some of these. You're very familiar. Also, you can follow them on our Facebook page each week. They come out each Thursday afternoon. So if you want to check them out on Facebook, you can do that. But I just did one on white bass last week, the current state of the runs at various places across Kentucky. And this week I'm going to do one on trophy largemouth bass fishing in April. So look for those. Lots of good information, where to go, what to do. That's what we're all about, is having people get out and have a successful trip.
Well, I know we're really thankful for everything that you all do with conservation and, with our lakes and streams. And are there any good places locally here in Frankfort that people can go to get started with this spring fishing frenzy?
Well, all kinds. One of the most popular is right here at what a lot of people call the game farm here at headquarters. But a lot of people who live in the Frankfort region still call it the game farm. Upper Sportsman's Lake, which I'm looking at out my window right now, is getting 1,200 catfish a week from Friday. They stocked here fairly recently. I've seen a lot of fishing activity. So there's catfish available now, but a week from Friday, there's going to be a lot more available. And they're going to put 600 in the smaller, lower game, upper Sportsman's Lake, rather. I still sometimes call it game farm lake. So that's 2,000 catfish will be coming a week from Friday. But one of the things that's happened in the Frankfort area, a lot of people have been talking about, is they're going to remove Jim Beam Dam from the upper part of Elkhorn Creek, right below its confluence. Here in May, they've had to postpone it because of high water. They were originally going to do it here in March. That'll be coming out in May, and that's really going to increase enjoyment of floating that beautiful upper section. You and I have floated that together, and I know you know how beautiful it is. But now users will no longer have to portage that very dangerous Lowhead Dam after May. Also, the smallmouth bass in the annual fishing forecast. You can get this on our website too. Just go to the search bar, type in fishing forecast, and print off a copy. This is a fantastic resource to plan fishing trips. But in the fishing forecast, the smallmouth bass in Elkhorn got an excellent rating this year. Lots of fish in the slot between 12 and 16 inches, good numbers above 16 inches. So get out and enjoy Elkhorn. It's a national treasure we have right here in Frankfort. And another place to go is Elmer Davis Lake, which is about 25-minute drive here from Frankfort to the north of us in Owen County. It's rated excellent for largemouth bass and excellent for red ear sunfish. A lot of country people call those shell crackers. And they put 26,200 of them in last fall. So the shell cracker fishing in Elmer Davis Lake is just going to improve with time.
Man, that is great information. And, you know, I've personally experienced the spring fishing, and it's so relaxing. It's fun. It's enjoyable this time of year. I really appreciate you joining us today and giving out the information to all our folks that are watching today. Thanks again, Lee, for joining us.
No problem. And get out and fish. It's good for your soul, especially after the trying times we've had. It'll really rejuvenate your spirit. Get out and enjoy it.
Thanks, Lee.
All right, man. Thank you, Todd.